Monk's Mound, Soil, Source, and Story. This is a cutaway of Monk's Mound. Layer on layer of earth, carried in by hand, basket load by basket load, over generations. Every layer has a color, and color in soil science is written down in a precise code, a hue, a value, a chroma, a Munsell notation. Someone had already read every one of these codes out in the 2007 stabilization report, 66 of them, and asked a harder question. Could color alone tell you where this earth came from? This is the answer. Checked twice before it's trusted once. Before building on someone else's work, you check it. A reject run directly against the primary extraction reproduced 5 of the 6 most common codes exactly. 86 occurrences of the single darkest, most repeated color matched to the occurrence. The 6 differed by 2. This is not a small thing to get right. It means the frequency table underneath the whole analysis is real, not invented. And it turned up something the first pass missed. 3 codes written in lowercase, in a different hand, in a different boring log, described burned clay at 38 feet, a loose thread left for someone else to pull. 66 codes, 27 of them match an official soil studies exactly. Plot these matches by true distance and bearing, and the pattern is not subtle. The closest, strongest matches, Birds, Haymond, and Wakeland, sit 200 to 230 kilometers away in Illinois and Indiana, inside the very same river system that built the American bottom. The far matches, Louisiana, North Carolina, and coastal British Columbia, are real color coincidences. A red Piedmont clay from North Carolina, just over half of these 36 codes only ever resolve to a general color family, not an exact code, an analogy. That is the honest ceiling of the method. Color can tell you the kind of ground you are looking at. Color is not the only witness. Buried in the same FOIA record, an entirely separate line of evidence, quillwort and spiked rush spores, plant fossil recovered from the very same fill, independently fingerprints wetland borrow pits and old river meanders as the source. Different evidence, different scientists, different method, and it converges exactly where the color does. Earth gathered from many places far away. One more question was asked, and it describes the same discipline as soil chemistry. In Anishinaabe tradition, far to the north and east, Nanabojo rebuilds a drowned world from a single grain of soil a muskrat dies retrieving. It is a real story and a moving one, and it belongs to the Great Lakes, to an Algonquian language. The Cherokee, much closer to home, tell a version too. Water beetle diving for mud beneath the crowded sky. But the people's archaeologists actually connect to Cahokia's own builders. The Osage, the Ho-Chunk, the Siouan-speaking kin tell a different kind of story. Earthmaker alone in the void, weeping the waters into being, and wishing the earth itself into shape. No flood, no animal, no soil carried up from below. The resemblance is real. The color says the earth came gathered by hand from more than one place. The plant fossils say a different thing by a different road. And the story a person reaches for to make sense of that, earth carried up to build the world, is real and worth telling. Monk's Mound was built from this ground. What its builders called that